I had a normal childhood like a lot of kids. How I got into boxing came from I got into one altercation that was just a lot of kids kind of backed me up behind a corner, and it was me and my brother, and they followed us back to the house, and it wasn't a good time. So I said I want to do everything in my power to make sure that doesn't happen, and I actually went to a jiu-jitsu gym. I started training Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and that's where I met Joe Lake, my trainer over there, when I was just 12 years old. And he kind of worked mitts a little bit with some of the MMA guys that were training jiu-jitsu, and I kind of tagged along. And it was just a wild ride from there. He just started taking me sparring. We would go down to Southie, get some rounds in here and there, and then just up in the competition with the guys who I went in with. And then one day he asked me, he said, "Do you want to give this a go?" And I said, "Yeah, why not?" You know what I mean? One thing we always say is drive the car till the wheels fall off. So that's kind of the philosophy I've taken with this boxing thing. My first two fights, they both ended in the first round. Kind of quick, a little bit of kind of a learning experience. I would definitely say both fights learned a lot from that, and I'm trying to kind of take this fight and show what I've worked on. Even though I haven't been in the gym I haven't been in the ring the past 2 years, I've definitely stayed in the gym and stayed active, and I want to show more of my athleticism and boxing ability and kind of take my time a little bit more this fight and work a little bit more. So I go to Merrimack College in North Andover, Massachusetts. It's a great school. I'm a finance major, corporate finance and investments, and I took a job as a financial analyst after school, and the hours there look like they're going to work out, so I can shoot over to the gym right after and get my rounds in and then go to work the next day and do it all over again. I had to make a choice between athletics and academics, and one thing my high school wrestling coach always told me was it was academics before athletics, even in the dictionary. So I thought, I'm in college, I'm just finishing up right now, so I said while I'm here, I was fortunate enough to have an opportunity to even get an education. I wanted to push through that, focus on that 100%, but now that we're at the tail end of that, I'm feeling good. I'm 22 years old, and I want to take this boxing thing to the next level. Yeah, so Joe's been a great guy. I mean, like I said, I've known him since I was 12 years old. I'm 22 now, so that's 10 years. I've been working with him boxing for 10 years now, and I mean, he's helped me throughout, just not my boxing life, but my personal life as well. He's like a father figure to me. I mean, I see him every single day, 6 days a week sometimes, and it's anything I need, he's kind of there for everything, whether I got something going on at school, at home with the girl, something, he's always there for me. And that's kind of how it has to be in this sport, I think, especially in boxing. It's not like coaching a hockey team, you're not coaching, a bunch of guys. You really got to know your guy, and you have to know your coach there too, and I think that we have that good relationship. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't really like to predict anything. I like to go in there, I like to keep my hands up, and I like to, just another day at the office for me, it's just punching in, round one, and then punching out when it's done. That's kind of how I go about these kind of operations. Try not to put too much thought into it. I want to give the fans some rounds. I want to give the fans some work. I want to show them my athleticism. I'm not just a guy who's going to run after you. I'm going to work. I'm going to box. I'm going to look for my shots, and that's what I plan to do on the 31st.